Hello Gemini, this is Victoria and I'm here with your November tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance on how to best utilize the energy of the month of November. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And you know what's interesting about this reading this time around is I've actually already done it. But the technology was playing up. I don't know whether it's part of the Mercury retrograde that's coming in on Sunday and we're already in the shadow period, or something else happened. I don't know, maybe the way my phone works has changed because my video recording was interrupted. Well, what usually happens in this case is that the part that I've already recorded stays in. So what I did is I got it back to work and I continued with read at the part where I was. And imagine my surprise when I went to edit it and put it together, and it turned out that the first part, which was like a much larger piece, disappeared. It just wasn't there. So it was an amazing reading, that much I can tell you, and it didn't feel right to do a completely new reading, honestly. So what I'll do is I'll probably save you some time because I already have all the cards laid out. I've already kind of thought through it and put it into words, so hopefully it will be easier for me, it will be faster, and maybe like just generally more concise and specific. A lot going on, but we will start. And yeah, by the way, these readings are for Sun, Moon and Rising Gemini, so if you're watching this for a sun sign, make sure you check out videos for other placements too. And of course, this is a general read, so take what resonates for you and leave what doesn't. For anyone who's new, please subscribe to my channel and also check out the description box for all kinds of information about my services and content. I do personal readings, I do coaching sessions, so if you're interested, hit me up. All right, with all that said, let's get started. So your oracle message for this month is balancing act. And as we actually will see in the tarot reading as well, that there's balance is like on so many levels, means so much to you, and it's important to pay enough attention and time to it, right? And to make sure that you are very conscious of how you're spending your time, your energy, your resources in general, that you're not feeling like life throws stuff at you and you're doing firefighting or you're catering to everyone's needs and somehow deprioritizing stuff that's important to you personally. Like that's the biggest red flag, to actually pay more attention to the balancing act. And now let's see in more detail what it means with regards to your reading. So for your personal space and love life, we got, actually came out like this. We've got the Empress, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor. So we got a power couple here, the Queen of Queens, the King of Queens. It means they're two very strong individuals that have been through a lot in life, they're like self-made people who have earned their reputation, their status, their abundance, you know, with their blood and sweat, basically. And it means something to them, but it's not like that's all they care about, but that means that there's usually some kind of an expectation towards the partner. And yes, there is, like, it's kind of an obvious conclusion, since this is love life and personal space, that for a lot of you this is a life partner, love partner, and take it how it resonates in terms of feminine, masculine, but we have both here, so again, it kind of like takes us there. But what I've discovered with the reading, also with my channel's messages, that it's important not to overthink it and important not to label it in that specific way, even if it literally is the opposite energy, and it makes so much sense, and you too make so much sense. But there is this Queen of Swords in the middle that can become a wall between the two people if there's too much of overthinking and paranoia and expectations and fears, right? Like, what if this is just a mask that they're wearing in public and they turn out to be a completely different person? I'm making a big mistake by trusting them. What if that person has such high expectations that I will always feel like I'm never good enough, right? Like there could be so many angles to it, but it's important not to label. It's also important not to feel like you have to decide for yourself whether it's your person overnight, basically, like right away. Otherwise, they'll walk away. No, nobody says that you cannot start this relationship or continue this relationship in a friendly way, as good friends or as business partners. Maybe there are other topics in mind that put you together. Maybe were the reasons why you met in the first place, so where you can communicate, collaborate, unite, and get to know each other better and see how this develops slowly. At the very least, if at least one of you is very specific that they want this to be the romantic situation, can be very honest with each other that, you know, you want this to unfold slowly, right? You want to take your time, you want to savor this, not to just like fall head over heels and then it will feel like taking a roller coaster ride, right? So whatever you do, don't don't create extra obstacles, right? Be open to the opportunity. It still means that it can work on your terms, right? It can go with the pace that you're comfortable with, but don't block it entirely just because maybe it's scary at the first glance. For some people, it's scary to have to be in a relationship where they can feel safe or they feel that their nervous system is regulated because they're not used to it, right? So that could be it as well. For your career space, you have, again, we started with Three of Cups. Three of Cups, the Devil, and Six of Swords. So here, speaking of the balancing act, it's important to balance between putting in your effort, doing your best, having fun with your team, with your clients, even by yourself if you're an entrepreneur who's a one-person business, and also taking care of yourself, your nervous system, your mental health, doing self-care and giving yourself time and space just to rejuvenate, recuperate, rest, right? All of those areas are just as important. So don't try to push too much in any of those, right? But find that balanced way to combine the three. And yes, when you're juggling 3 items, it's a lot more difficult than juggling 2. Those who juggle know what I'm talking about. Right, so this is like that next level balancing act now. Can you cope with that? And finally, the advice, you have 9 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and actually the Hierophant and 7 of Swords. But the most important takeaway from this was when I was first channeling for this, is that something is coming to light during this time. It can be ugly, it can be unpleasant, can be shameful, something that you wouldn't want to share with anyone, and that's fine. For a lot of you, it has to do with spirituality, with religion, connection to the higher power, or even connection to the ancestors, to previous generations, what kind of belief system you have around your family and who came before you, like specific people even, or generally. Maybe you don't know any of them, right? And that's part of the belief system. Right? Like somehow there is a kind of like detachment from that whole aspect of your life. I used to be one of those people, so it's very possible. But whatever this insight is, it will help you around this topic. It will help you unlock a certain level of potential in yourself and remove the blocks that were blocking these wishes to come to fruition, right? The dreams to become a reality, right? And maybe you'll even refresh and reframe your wishes in general, but you'll unlock this flow of energy that will help them manifest into reality. Now, the message from your person, that is like the biggest and funnest and happiest surprise, I would say, in this reading, my personal opinion. We started with 4 of Wands and it was clarified by Justice and Queen of Cups. So what I was saying is that the 4 of Wands in a very conventional way means marriage. I usually don't read it that way, but I'm sorry, when there is a Justice card clarifying it, I just can't avoid saying that your person wants to make things official with you. For like, usually what it means is marriage. It can mean something else for you, especially if you are already married. It can be creating a will in your name, or submitting life insurance with your name on it, meaning that you'll be a beneficiary if something, God forbid, happens to them, you know? It could be, or maybe putting your name on the house that they've owned by themselves before this, right? It's some kind of a legal activity where like things are very official, serious, right? That this is, if not forever, it's for a very long time, right? But usually people think of it as like forever union. So they want you to know how important you are to them, that they want to spend eternity with you, if that's even possible. And they see you, they have a lot of love for you, but also they see you as a very loving person. A person with a big heart, a person that has so much to give and is given, is very giving on a daily basis, whether it's them, it's friends and family, or it's an extended circle, a local community, you know, and that's part of why they're so much in love with you, right? It's not just a specific aspect, right? It's just overall your big heart and how loving you are. So I hope this was useful for you, Gemini. I, again, don't know what happened with the tree. By the way, your bottom card, the bottom of the deck was 3 of Wands, which is about you setting intentions in you, right? But I would say set them after you've done the balancing act, after you've settled with the new state of things, when it feels more under control. It doesn't feel like you're, you know, facing life as a hero doing their final battle or something, right? Like you are like putting everything on the table and just like doing your best to fight for your life. No, when you are done with that, that's a survival mode. When you're in the thriving mode, when you're at peace, when things are happening, but you understand how you navigate between those areas of life, then set those new intentions from that space. All right, that's enough now. I'm gonna go. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it, and of course subscribe to my channel. Until next time.